Hey guys, Funsho here from We Coach Crypto. Hope you're all doing well, and I hope to God you have been enjoying this crazy action that we've been seeing with Bitcoin over the past few days. This thing has been up and down like a yo-yo, and I'm going to be going through, giving you guys a market update, letting you know a couple of the news stories that are out there. One in particular is absolutely crazy. It's one of the most mental news stories I've seen, I think, in my entire time of being involved in crypto for over 6 years. So I'll be sharing that one with you. We'll also go through the charts as well. I'm going to look at some of the major levels that we need to keep an eye on for Bitcoin and the Bitcoin price moving forward, and just give you guys a bit of an outlook as to where things are going. There is so much building going on at the moment, and that's what bear markets are for. They're for building. You start to see infrastructure get built, and for me, probably the biggest sign is the likes of BlackRock getting involved in the crypto space and providing a spot ETF. I don't think it's an accident that BlackRock walked into this space. Everyone was like, yeah, Bitcoin's going to 200K. And within seconds, the whole thing fell crashing down. So, look, you can make money either way with crypto, okay? Whether it's going up, whether it's going down, there are opportunities. And the big institutions out there realize what retail are more likely to see and how they're going to behave. And it's our job to make sure that we're looking at where the smart money is going and what these big institutions are doing so that we can win as well as they do. So first things first, let's have a look at coin market cap and see the current state of the market. But before I do that, don't forget, guys, we are on a mission to help 1 million people understand cryptocurrency. And how do we do that? Well, we've got our free Crypto Academy on Discord. Now, what's amazing about this is you get to join a community of like-minded investors, people that have been in the space probably a lot longer than you have. I'm there. I've been in this for over 6 years. Dean's there. He's been in this for over 6 years, and all the rest of our team. It's got admins in there. You've got all the latest news, articles, up and coming projects, tons of free resources, downloadable cheat sheets. You've got everything that you need all in one place, and it just makes things so easy for you if you're new to this and you want to learn more. Okay, so guys, here we are on coin market cap, okay, and the global crypto market cap is currently at $988 billion. So it's underneath 1 trillion. And that's not fantastic for the crypto market, okay? We've seen this at nearly 3 trillion. So we've lost about 66% of the crypto market capitalization since its highs back in August, September of last year. Okay, Bitcoin is currently priced at $20,350. And if I'm honest with you, over the last 24 hours, there's hardly been any action from a price perspective. Over the last 7 days, Bitcoin's down about 5% as things stand. Ethereum is at $1,600 roughly. Again, hardly any in the price over the last 24 hours. Over the last 7 days, it is down 3.21%. BNB's at $287. Again, not much movement across the board over the last week with BNB. XRP's at 33 cents. And again, hardly any movement in the price over the last 7 days. Cardano's at 45 cents. Solana's at $32. Dogecoin is at 6 cents. And if we have a look at the market in general, there hasn't been a great deal of movement. Probably the biggest movement that we can see here in the top 20 is Avalanche, and AVAX is down about 15% for the week. Now, the reason for that is there was obviously that hack incident, and as a result, a lot of people have panic sold out of AVAX. Okay, but across the board, not a great deal to really talk about, is there, when we're looking at the prices here? Okay, so the first story that I want to share with you guys is on Cointelegraph, okay? And it's the potential Bitcoin price double bottom could spark a Bitcoin rally to $30,000 despite extreme fear. Now, what they're saying here, okay, is the selling pressure in the Bitcoin market is not actually anywhere near as bad as it was during the Terra and Three Arrows capital crisis. And I completely agree with that. Okay. That was like ultimate fear, ultimate panic. You know, the whole thing sold off in a very quick period of time. Okay. Now, Bitcoin's price may climb by more than 50% in September. Okay. Now, that to me is like, really? 50% in September, right? Everybody calls September wrecked September. Okay. And there's a reason for that. Historically, when you look at how Bitcoin performs in September, it's terrible. Okay. I've already warned all of our inner circle and told them, you know, this month typically it's not so good. You need to consider that this could sell off a lot further. Okay. And that we could be testing new lows. At the same time, there is a different narrative that these guys are spinning. And what they're saying is the BTC price double bottom and then to 30K. So the conflicting upside signal comes from a potential double bottom pattern on Bitcoin's longer time frame charts against the United States dollar. Now, double bottoms are a bullish reversal pattern that resembles the letter W due to two lows and a change in direction from downside to upside, as you can see here. This is a W shape. And what tends to happen is, as a trader, I can tell you, when you get this bottom start to form and you get that breakout above this area here, it tends to be an explosive move to the upside with high probability. Okay. So they go on to say Bitcoin's declined below $20,000 in July, followed by a sharp recovery towards 25,000 and a subsequent return to the 20,000 level. And this is where that yo-yo game has been going. Okay. In August, partially confirms the double bottom scenario. The cryptocurrency would complete the pattern after rebounding toward $25,000. So a W-shaped price move in an ideal scenario could be followed by another sharp move higher, a double bottom breakout. Meanwhile, a double bottom's upside target is found after measuring the distance between the pattern's peak, being the neckline, okay, and the lowest levels, and adding the outcome to the breakout point as illustrated below. In other words, a potential 50% price rally. Okay. Now, yes, this is on the cards. Okay. But we are faced with major resistance and a macro environment that is not looking very bullish at all. So for me, I love the fact that we can put information like this out there to show people the potential, but we do need to be playing a more defensive role, in my opinion. Okay. And the market, as you can see here, has slipped back into extreme fear as well. I will quickly go through some of the different price and signal indicators like the fear and greed index, the CBBI, and also the Bitcoin and Ethereum price charts with you in just a moment. Okay, so as you can see here, guys, this is the fear and greed index, okay? And this scores from 0 to 100 on this scale. And it's a multifactorial crypto market sentiment analysis indicator, okay? So it takes a number of things into consideration, and then it lets you know what the kind of sentiment is in the marketplace at the moment. So we're currently in extreme fear. So yesterday we were in fear. I think we were at about 27, you can see here. Okay, it's dropped back down a bit. We're back at 23 now. So the marketplace as a whole, there is extreme fear in it. There are a lot of people worried and concerned. It's normally when you see signs like this, it's a great buying opportunity and it's a good time to accumulate or to dollar cost average. So that's the fear and greed index for you. I moving on this is the CBBI, which is the Collins Talks Crypto Bitcoin Bull Run Index. And this is extremely useful because it gives you an idea and again takes into account a number of different indicators, okay? And it tells you on a scale of, again, 1 to 100, or 0 to 100, I should say, what the confidence is that we're at the peak of the bull market, okay, or the top of the entire market structure that we have built since climbing. Okay, so you can see here confidence we're at the peak is 7. So the confidence is extremely low that we are anywhere near the top. If anything, it's the complete opposite. And having a score of 7 indicates that we must be very, very close to the bottom of the market, which again is a great indicator to say that this is typically a good time to be picking up crypto, and you're likely to make significant gains when we start seeing these numbers in double digits at 70, 80, 90. Okay, moving on. I love this indicator here. This is the Bitcoin rainbow price chart, and this has been so accurate, it's unreal. Okay, so what this does is it shows you the current price of Bitcoin, where it has been. You can go back to very early times since its inception, back all the way to like 2012, okay, up to present day. Okay, and what it does is it gives you this different colored rainbow spectrum that is labeled based on what kind of action you should or can take. Okay, so at the moment, it is basically a fire sale. You can see it is practically on the floor, just like it was here. Okay, just like it was here. Now, they're saying that this is basically a fire sale. So again, we've got another key indicator telling us that it's an extremely good time to be considering picking up cryptocurrency at a fantastic price, and that we can't be too far away, or are unlikely to be too far away from the bottom. Now, whether the bottom's at 17.6 or a new bottom is created at 15 or 12, the fact of the matter is you are close to the bottom based on all of these different indicators and the information that they are giving us. Okay, it's plain as day in front of your face. So the way I look at it is, if you're picking up any form of cryptocurrency in this blue channel here, it's the best you can possibly get it. Okay, yes, you might pick it up a bit cheaper, but once we start moving into these other colored areas, this is where we now need to start thinking about selling. So this might titter around in this area for a while yet. Okay, we could be going through quite a long bear market. Alternatively, this can turn around very, very quickly. We have seen Bitcoin do it time and time again. This period here was a longer period of accumulation before it finally started shooting back up. Okay, that could happen. None of us have got a crystal ball, but what we can definitely say is that this is typically and historically a very good time to be accumulating cryptocurrency. Okay, so next thing I want to do is come on to this crazy news story that I've seen, and I was just like, wow, this is crazy. I'm just going to go through it with you now, guys. And it is this news story here, courtesy of Eclipse. And when I read this, I was just like mind blown. Now, I've been in this space for a long time. I've read a lot of stories. I read them every single day. I've watched loads of documentaries, and I've seen some crazy stuff in crypto, but this has literally topped everything that I've ever seen. Okay, founder of Turkish crypto exchange Thodex arrested in Albania. Now, that is not really a big thing. There are a lot of people who have been arrested within crypto because they've rug pulled or done scams or whatever else. It's the amount of years that this guy is looking at is just mind-blowing. Okay, so Turkish authorities said that Farouk Fatih Ozer was arrested today, with previous reports seeking jail time for the Thodex founder of up to 40,564 years. Okay, now the wanted CEO of crypto exchange Thodex has been caught in Albania, the Turkish Ministry of the Interior said in a statement. So this guy was the subject of an Interpol red notice. Okay. Now, I don't know how many FBI, Interpol, type movies that you guys have watched, but this is a big deal. To get an Interpol red notice, you are one of the most wanted people on the planet. Okay. A worldwide request to law enforcement to locate and provisionally arrest this person. Okay. Crazy. He's wanted over his role in the overnight disappearance of Thodex, which left thousands of customers without access to their accounts. The process to extradite Ozer back to Turkey has been initiated by Interpol, the Turkish government said. He will face a tough legal battle with local prosecutors reportedly pursuing jail sentences running to thousands of years long for executives of the defunct exchange. So this has been operational since 2017. Okay, it's been around for a long time. They've got a lot of customers. It's one of the biggest exchanges in Turkey. They halted trading in April 2021. Okay, citing an unspecified outside investment that necessitated a 4 to 5 day pause in trading. A day later, Ozer claimed that the company had been forced to halt trading due to cyber attacks, but insisted customer funds were safe and promised to return money to investors shortly. On the same day, Turkish police detained 62 people, seized the company's computers, and froze its accounts. By this point, Ozer had already fled to Albania, but the Turkish government was preparing to have him extradited. This proved to be less than straightforward, however, with the manhunt continuing for months. But he was eventually found in Vlor, a coastal city and the third most populous in Albania. His identity was confirmed using biometric results, Albania's interior minister told his Turkish counterpart. In April 2021, it emerged that Thodex had transferred $125 million in Bitcoin to US exchange Kraken before it closed. Blockchain tracking firm Whitestream, which made the discovery, said it appeared to be a cash-out operation, with executives stealing customer funds. The government has responded to high crypto uptake in the country with a bill seeking to establish new rules for the industry. Absolutely mad story. And I guarantee you will see this on Netflix as a documentary, because that is just mind-boggling to me. Absolutely mind-boggling. Crazy, crazy story. Anyway, let's get onto the charts and take a look at Bitcoin. Okay, so guys, I wanted to show you on the daily here. This is a very familiar picture with Bitcoin, okay? And I've marked up a few key areas. I've also added in the point of control, and I'm going to go through with you so that you understand what are the likely things that can happen either direction that Bitcoin goes from here. Okay, so as you will know, and I'll just quickly draw on here so that you can see this major level, okay, we fell through. Now, as a result of that, okay, the next target to the downside are going to be this area here and this area here, okay, that I have drawn on this red rectangle, because this is the next level, if we're coming down, that is extremely important, which is basically at $18,927, okay? Now, if we come down and test this level and break it, this is our last saving grace, so to speak, okay, which is at $17,633. If we break this, we are coming significantly lower, in my opinion. I think that's when we start testing new areas of potentially 12K Bitcoin, 10K Bitcoin. On the upside, okay, you'll see here with this green rectangle that I've drawn on, there's two of them, okay? These are the major levels of resistance that we need to break through, and there are a number of areas here. So it's very strong resistance that we've got to get back up, break through, build support in order for us to continue up higher. Okay, now the major levels that we need to keep an eye on are $20,820. Okay, if we can break up above that and sort of build some support, just like we were doing here, then we can start to come and attack the next level higher. Now, there's a lot of people calling for $23,500. Then we're coming back down to test these lows. Okay, and I understand why, because again, we have got major resistance that we need to try and break through. And if you look at the volume from a downward perspective, and also look at the point of control here. Now, the point of control is at $24,000. You can see that there on the right-hand side. Now, why is the point of control important? It's important because historically, if we go back, you can see it has been a major level that we've had to contend with from a bearish perspective. So you can see when the point of control was up here at 32,000, we were bumping our head off it and coming down, coming up, bumping our head off it, and flew all the way down. And then we've come up to attack that 24K, been rejected, up again, been rejected, up again, been rejected, right? This story is told as far back as you want to go. Same thing has happened here. Point of control, $24,000. We've come up to test it. We've been rejected from it and come down. Exactly the same up here. If you look at the point of control at $48,000, we came all the way up, hit it, we were rejected. So we have got to start seeing a turnaround where we're actually getting above, like we did here, the point of control, because otherwise we're just going to get pushed down by the bears every single time, like we have done, going back as far as you want to go. Okay, so it's really, really important that we can get ourselves up back to these kind of levels and build support there. Okay, if we come up and we're getting rejected from this level or the point of control, and it's happening more than once, okay, that's another clear signal to me that we're coming low. It's that simple. But one thing that you do need to bear in mind is, guys, just because we're in a bear market, it does not mean that you can't position yourself correctly to make serious money for the future. But you've got to make sure that you are really thinking about what the worst case scenario is here and how to protect yourself. Okay, the king is in cash at the moment. All right, because if this rolls over anymore, we're going to see a potential drop to 12K, 10K Bitcoin. It could go even lower than that. Okay, I don't want to scare people, but I do want to make sure that people are prepared. They understand what the potential outcomes are that can happen here. I would love to tell you that the bottom is in at 17.6K, and this is going to find its feet and start shooting off to the moon. Macro tells us different. Okay, we've got to take that into consideration. If we look at the Dixie, the dollar, okay, this thing has been unbelievable. It has been on one huge upwards trajectory. Okay, and some people are calling for a double top here. Okay, it's still got higher, and as things stand at the moment, if we look at the dollar, zoom in on this a bit, this could well be another bull flag that's forming here, and this thing could be taken off even higher, and that typically is not good for Bitcoin. Okay, the dollar is going for it, Bitcoin tends to roll over. Okay, you can see it here. If we look at the 14th of July, drop down all the way to the 11th of August. So we're looking at July to August. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's take a look at July. We're looking at around this point here. There you go. From there, July, we went up until we got to August, as you can see there. So we moved upwards nicely. And then when we look at that dollar, okay, dollar was coming down. When the dollar starts shooting up, when we look at 11th of August up until the 28th of August, and we look at Bitcoin, okay, 11th of August, we want to look at here. 11th of August, which is from here. Okay, look at that. Look at that drop to the 28th of August. So these are highly correlated, guys. You have to take that into consideration. Okay, if we look at the stock market, the S&P 500 at the moment, okay, it's had a huge drop. If we go back to the 26th of August at 1 p.m., look at that for a drop. It's recovered a little bit, dropped again. It's trying to recover. Okay, but this could well hit its head off for this major level of resistance and drop down lower. That again would not be good for Bitcoin. The NASDAQ, we take a look at the NASDAQ, exactly the same. From the 26th of August, it has been in a downwards trajectory, not looking very strong, not looking very good. Big increase in volume on selling off, not good for crypto. Okay, but what is good for crypto is the prices at the moment. We can accumulate more cryptocurrency at a ridiculous discount. Okay, and also prepare ourselves and understand that there is the potential for more downside in the market, but that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing if you have cash on the sidelines, we're ready to buy. You know, have your USDT there or your USDC. Keep an eye on it. Dollar cost average your way in, on the way down. Wait out this storm, you know, however long it takes. And as things progress and come back up, we're going to see levels considerably higher than what we've seen before, guys. And you need to bear that in mind. We've been up at $69,000. Okay, just shy of it. Even with us getting back to those previous highs, the prices you're buying at the moment are a ridiculous discount. Okay, but future prices, we could be quite easily in the 100K and upwards region for Bitcoin, which means for other alternative projects that are out there, you're going to see massive upside in the ones that survive this crypto winter. So, guys, I hope this video is informative. For any of you require any help with building your portfolio, with getting to grips to how you start to invest in cryptocurrencies, okay, get in contact with us. There's contact details in the comments below. Also, to help us with the YouTube algorithm, make sure you give us a thumbs up, okay? Helps us get this informative information to the right people, okay? And hope you all enjoy the video. Make sure you join our free crypto academy. The link to that is in the description. Just join Discord, take advantage of all of the resources that we've got there. And also, guys, leave any questions that you've got in the comments. And if you've got any specific projects that you'd like me to look at and give you a deep dive into, let me know. More than happy to do that for you. Hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and I look forward to catching up with you in the next video. Take care.